Mike Deutsch is my name. We're out here, Temecula, California. That's where I live. This is my 1993 Harley-Davidson FXR. Kid in our shop, it used to be his bike. He wadded it up. He had a fancy paint job and some high dollar parts, and so they totaled it and it sat in the shop for a couple months. Anyway, I ended up getting a pretty good deal on it, so I bought it. Bike now. The frame was straight, everything was good, but since it was beat up, it meant it was time for a rehab. I started it at the front. My friend Tim Stat from Gigacycle Garage gave me the first Gigacycle Corsair inverted front end. So I got that mounted up on my bike, and now I've got close to 15,000 miles on it. I've never had a problem. It's been a real nice, smooth front end. It's definitely one of the best upgrades I've ever done to any bike. So started there, powder coated a bunch of stuff. Matt Ross and Jen Hallett painted and striped the tank and the fender. They also, Jen put a couple pinstripes around the wheels. I've been running super traps on all of my bikes, including my dirt bikes, for a few years now. I like them because I'm not the most mechanically inclined, so I can get the carburetor pretty close and then I can dial it in with the plates and stuff in the back. And I like Super Trap's two-piece design. It kind of gives it a little bit of wiggle so that stuff's not breaking. So I've been real happy with my Super Traps. I finally got the ass end of this thing dialed in with some Fox shocks. I've been real happy with their suspension. A couple guys in our shop have bought a couple pairs as well, and everybody's pretty stoked on the Fox platform. It seems like they're just good. The quality's there, they're easy to adjust, and obviously the looks are pretty good as well. One of the other guys that's helped me out a lot on some of my bikes is Speed King Steve's with all the Speed King cycle parts. I have a Speed King cycle headlight. I have his tail light, and then I'm also running one of his pizza pockets. They're made just for FXRs. They go in the little triangle area. They're really easy to bolt on, and it's just kind of a place that I like to keep essentials that never leave my bike, which is some Allen keys, channel locks, a flashlight, and a lot of times I'll run my USB charger into there and set my phone in there when I'm riding, so it's kind of out of the elements, but still catching a charge. I rode my bike in this configuration for a little while. I had the stock 80-inch motor in it, and man, I was just having little problems here and there that would cost me, $1,000, $2,000 in a month's downtime. So that happened to me a couple times. And finally I got tired of that, and I got one of the S&S Cycles 111-inch motors, and Rob Browser helped put this in. And by help, I mean Rob Browser put this motor in for me in our shop in Temecula, and I've got about 6,000 miles on it now, and I think that's the upgrade that the FXR needs, is a big motor. I'm real happy with this thing. It's a torquey monster. If my girlfriend's on the back, if all my camping gear's on the back, it all runs the same, just like everything was off of it. I just like that it's reliable, and I'm not tearing my bike apart every winter to put a top end or cut the valves or fix the cam gear, which is all problems I've had with the old 80-inch Evo motors a couple times now. I'm pretty happy with all these parts. Like I stated earlier, I'm not a mechanic. I barely know enough to get myself in trouble, and I don't have a ton of money, but I choose to run the stuff from good companies that's affordable. I got Biltwell pullback risers on this bike, Biltwell bars, Biltwell pegs on the front and on the back. I don't have it on there right now, but I usually run a Biltwell Xfill 7 right here for longer trips. If I'm going camping, I need a little bit more gear. I got a Saddleman seat. I was a little bit of a seat snob. I've been through every stock seat you could run, and I had a million aftermarket ones, and I think it's the perfect seat for the FXR. It looks good, but it's also good for long distance riding, and usually a seat that looks good is not good for anything over 50 miles. I don't plan on changing much on this bike anytime soon, maybe a new paint job or something like that, but the bones will always stay the same, and that's S&S motor, Super Trap pipe, some Biltwell bars up front, and that Gigacycle front end, and those Fox shocks in the back.